First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shot.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Chicago. Evan Ingram, 79 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this is caught off a deflection. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Lions.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Derrick Henry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Henry's got it out on the left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Haskins. And That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. There's
and a fake here. Drive snap to the up and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
one thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing again, here's Haskins.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And the return out shy of midfield on the 46-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Bears 24, Lions nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team win it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Play action. Haskins. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
7. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
The 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A shotgun handoff to Henry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. This time, Haskins will look to throw. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chicago.
Evan Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. This is Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
His throw incomplete. And that would get me off target and incomplete.
incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Haskins going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's brought down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll run it again with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And all the way up to the 46. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. A solid run by Derrick Henry. And here's another 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Left side Hopkins. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run with Howard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been stumbling a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. It's a gain of 34.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback. 30 yards. And the Bears add on. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
It'll be intercepted. Get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now this is Kelsey, a tight end carry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Field goal of 31-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball...
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Their own 5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. An even 90 yards.
At the 5-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 21 their own offense.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
They'll try to run this one in. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means after one extra play, it's harder to move it.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. On play action, they'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
8-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And right side, Hitler's got it. Showing off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And applause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
Today's
It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.